Spectaculars over here, and today we're going to be doing a beginner's guide slash let's play of Stellaris. My goal is to introduce new people into this very in-depth game very gently, so they can kind of get an understanding of how to play. Today I did kind of like a custom empire. It's a science-y, peaceful group. I thought it would be an easy one. Custom one that I made called the Meklar Expanse. So we're just going to do normal, basic settings, and we're in. Hopefully, there we go. So the intro message. When we zoom out, we notice we have a star system here. If we hit E, we can go out and we can see our map here. So we notice we're kind of in the middle, but no big deal. I like the outside, but a lot of times the advanced civs are outside. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our science vessel, and we're going to look around to planets that are close by us. So all of our ships, planets, everything's basically on the side. And we can set rally points too, so we can set where we want places to go and all that. But for the meantime, we're just going to take our science ship. We're going to right click on the planets that we want to go to and hit survey system. Or we can do survey system will do set up for the entire system, or we can do individually and just go survey. We can also click again and we can go survey. And we can kind of just build where we want to go out from. So we'll probably go to there. And then we will do the whole system. See, so it kind of sets out where it wants to go. So next thing I want to do, see these tabs up here? These are research. So this is what we're going to be researching. There's three kinds of research. Basically like physics, which is kind of like buildings, science, that sort of stuff. Then we have more like right here. This is kind of like society. So we're thinking like how our people interact, what buildings we can build on like planet level, like zoos and that sort of thing. Also where we can colonize, where we can go, and if we can colonize. Down here at the bottom, engineering. This is more for like defense platforms, building bigger ships, getting better materials, that sort of thing. So when I look at it, I'm not really too happy with the engineering ones, so we'll probably just go something basic like that. And then up here we got physics. I like research speed. Research speed, research speed, research speed. Anything that can help me research faster. So right here we have colony shift. And this is how we're going to starting to spread our empire. We want to get to like our cap, our 5 planets. You can have more, but we have to break down into sectors, and we'll get to that later. But so for now, we're going to colony shift. So now we have our researching. We know what's going on. After that, we can look at our contacts. We haven't seen anyone yet. Situation logs. So these are events. Events are good or bad. Sometimes they're really bad. Sometimes they're kind of good. And we come up and they'll help put out markers for where our science vessels or military ships need to go, or just things that we have to deal with. Up here is our technology tab. We already talked about that. And then over here we can click shows everything, but specifically leaders. So over here we see that we have 5 leaders active right now. We have all of our scientists. We have one that's commanding the science vessel. So you always have to have a science leader in charge of a science vessel, otherwise they won't be able to do science. Over here we have a governor. He makes it so that there's 10% more food, and they each have these perks. So if you kind of put your cursor over the perks, you can see them. Just like that. Alright, so let's get started. So the science vessel's already out, so we have some ships here. Now, the race that we're playing deals there's 3 different types of ways to get around the galaxy, and your race is kind of limited to that one. So we use wormholes. So wherever we want to go, we can go anywhere in this big circle, and we kind of jump in with the wormhole. So you can go to a wormhole from anywhere in the circle, but you can't go from and you can go from anywhere with the wormhole out, but you can't, let's say, go from here to here. So that's where it kind of gets a little tricky. So we're going to send these guys. We're going to send them there. And then I'm going to shift click, shift click, shift click, and shift click. Now this will give us a basic kind of understanding of what's going on nearby. And what we're trying to target also is habitable worlds that we can use our colony ship on. That way we can get some more worlds going on. So what exactly... So over here, this is our planet, so we're going to look at what exactly is going on as far as our planet goes. So each resource we can build on top of it. If you build a building that has the same resource, you get to keep the resource. So like if we built a food place on a food place, we would get to keep all of the food place. But let's say we wanted to build an energy building on a food place, we would lose the food place bonus, but we'd get energy from the buildings. The buildings are where it's at. And really what you want to do is kind of specialize your planets, but it is what it is. So right here, we're probably going to go, I'm going to move that guy there because we want science. And then I will move. So it's a little interesting, but I think I'm going to build, I really want minerals early on. So when we do build the mineral place, we will lose the food bonus, but to me, kind of worth it. We've got lots of food places and we don't have a lot of water. So here's our governor again, we can tell from our leader tab, and we're finally ready to play. So when we look at our system, okay, so it's telling us we got a new era ready. So when you look at our system, we can see our ships kind of going about, doing our scans. So we're just waiting. You can see over here our science bar is going up. Oh, so we didn't find anything on this one. Bummer. Oh well. So if we want to be really good, we can start sending our little our construction ship over to the place that it's mining just to mirror. Oh, look at that. So now we see, I'm going to pause the game, spacebar to pause, and we see that there's a cog. The cog means engineering research, which is awesome because we're already starting to do engineering a lot. So we have our construction ship kind of already moving to orbit. So we right click and then we can build research station. What this is going to do is it's going to put a research station there so that we can get the 2 cog. Let's see, is there anything else? No. So let's go out. How are our ships doing? Oh, nice big solar system right there. So now our ships use a wormhole to go back to our main planet. There's going to be a lot of switching screens here. It does get a little intense sometimes if you do it too fast, so just slow down. Okay, so right here, notice that we did find a mining colony. So this asteroid, we can mine it to get two minerals out of it basically per day, or per month, sorry. So right now we have an intake of 8 minerals. We have an energy intake of 2. Each mining facility / research center is going to take up energy as well, so each one's going to take up 1. So if we do here and here, we're going to lose 2 energy, which is going to put us at standard 0. The other thing that we want to do is let's build a ship. Just 1 extra. Okay. So we're going to research. We've got a while before that colony ship comes. So my goal is to have enough minerals to make this colony ship as soon as the colony ship is ready to be finished. And the areas are explored so that we can do that. Typically it's around 250 minerals, so we've got some time. So 60 times 8 is about 240, so we're going to be looking pretty good. We can't spend too much, but...
Construction complete.
So notice how the cog went from white to green. So over here it says 2, down here it says 2. So we know that now we're getting way more engineering points than before. So we're getting 2, and now we're going to take this construction ship and build it at the mining station. So he's not ready yet because we don't actually have, so I'm going to kill that. Getting your economy up and running is really good in this game. It's almost the most important thing. Oh, okay. So right here, see, we did find a habitable world for us. It's an ocean world and 24. So it's a very large world. That's a really good spot for us. Can't believe we found that. That's great. So we click on it. There's no hostiles here. We didn't get any warnings or anything like that, so we know that that's the planet we want. It needs to be scouted first by our science vessel, but ultimately, it looks like a pretty good system for us to take over. You can see our space. Our space is just the blue area, so, oh, another planet. So our space is just the blue area, which is, it'll expand.
Construction complete.
Things that we do here. Oh, that was the building. Let's see, so if we click on our planet, and then we click on surface, it will take us right there. And we can see that we have another bird person in progress. Well, it's just going to take a little bit. And once that's finished, we'll have another person that we can extract food off of. And right now, he's going to be finished in... So he's 10 points done. I need 45, and I earn 1 point a month. So about 30 months, he'll be all finished. So right here we see our output for the planet. So we're producing 8 energy, 11 minerals, 3 engineering research points. And over here you can see this is what's possible on the tiles without
construction complete.
One thing that you'll see right here is that when it talks about the tiles and what the tiles are capable of, that's what these are. Not what we turn them into or make the bonuses out of. That's basically what we start with, which is a really good one. And this helps decide what kind of planets we're doing. So like if I just looked at this one, I like to, because I'm dumb and I forget these things, label them. So I know that I'm going with energy credits. So what this does is I rename it with that tag, and I know that this planet is going to focus on energy credits. For right now, it's a neat thing for right now, but later on, it's going to be really, really helpful when we start doing edits. These are basically like plans that we can spend our influence points on, so that we can do like extra research. See, like right there, that's pretty good. 20% more physics, society, and engineering output. Right now, not that big of a deal because we'd only pick up like 1 engineering point. But later on, when we start producing 20 of each from a planet, it's going to be a really, really big thing. So that's it right there. How's our science ship looking? Yeah, so a quick glance, you can use E to leave the solar system and go back to the galaxy map. And then if you look, see how we're 2 out of 2 and both of them are green? That means that there's nothing really for us to construct on. So I like to send our ship back to the planet with a shipyard. It reduces cost of the fleet as well. So since I know that planet, I'll try to get my construction ship ready for wherever I'm going. Let's see, 58 months. All right. Well, now we're sitting pretty, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna start pausing it when we get slow, or when. Oh, see if we look right here. We just got another mining. Okay. We're pretty short on resources, though.
System survey complete.
Okay, so now our science ship is out of stuff. So we're going to survey that. I like to survey the areas with planets first. Good planets, good planets. So right here, and right here. So again, we're using the shift commands, and I've just told it basically to go to each one of the sectors that we already explored with our military ships. Really important that you do that, otherwise your science vessel might fall into a trap. And then, so we used our military ships to scout our little tiny ass fleet, and then we're surveying each of the sectors. That way we come back with information. And if it's in our sector, like this one or that one, we can build, we can construct research centers or mining centers, which is really going to help us with our economy. If we colonize planets, we can go anywhere we want. The farther away we go, the more influence points it costs. to upwards of like 600 or 800. But at the same time, it's like that will also expand our territory. So the more planets you have, the bigger sections you control, or its area in the galaxy you control, which also means the huge amount more research, or more minerals and things that we're getting. The downside is each planet that you have basically makes technology twice, a lot more expensive. It gets to the point where you don't make enough research to actually keep up with technology, and you'll get really far behind. So, that being said, we're looking good. And we're playing a science-based group, so we want to keep our empire tight and small. Okay. This is a good time just to bank resources. We'll probably build 1 or 2 ships while we wait. Okay.
Construction complete.
So this is out of territory right now.
System survey complete.
Construction, can't reach it. So right here we got a pop-up, basically. We've discovered an eye starting on one of the planets. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have made contact. So cool, we're not alone out there. So we get 60 society research points, which is great because we need them. So it's going to bump us up. 22 months is all that we have left. So when we zoom in, we just don't want life on this planet. Okay, cool. No life on that planet. So have our world survey. So we can this is the mission that pops up. So we can, we're looking for other life out there. If we catalog enough planets, we can get a bonus. So we're going to do
Situation log updated.
It's nice. The other alternative is to ignore those and get more influence. It's better for people that are trying to do more stuff. Ooh, contact report. Planetary Aluminati. The Meklar Expanse is abuzz with news of alien life found on one of the planets. While hardly intelligent, the beings defy easy classification and hint at the immense complexities and possibilities of the universe. So, basically, what we're going on. This is above all else is a sci-fi game. Less military than other games. So really, you're just playing to have fun. It's more about sci-fi than anything else. So over here, so we've got 20 months remaining. Society's cool, but I think we're gonna hold off. So we are gonna hold off on building another planet. What we want is an energy, because we don't want to go bankrupt. So we'll just kind of slow it up. We will build. We'll build 1, 2. Ooh. Okay, so we did find a 3 energy, which is great. That's what we wanted. And also, we can kill that. We're still gonna make our time? Yeah.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Oh, cool, new research. Alright, so engineering. We have better mining on a planet, better weapons for our missiles, and then improved spaceport. I like improved spaceport. Bigger ships, better ships.
System survey complete.
Another 3 in energy. That's awesome. That's what we wanted. Okay. Is a while. We can build another energy place.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
So again, I just right click on the planet, send them over. Really have to stop building stuff if we want to make that colony ship, though. That's our goal. Oh, sweet. Our scientists gained another level. A lot of what this
Anomaly
game
found.
is about is making sure that people are doing something. So, anomaly. So, immediately I pause with the spacebar. These conditions on the planet are ideal for life, at least on the microbial level, and maybe beyond. So, right here, it's anomaly level 1, which is kind of like, it's a sciencey thing, but low tier, so it's not going to be that crazy. The failure risk is 0%, so we have no chance of losing our ship or our guy or any of that stuff. So, of course, we're going to do it. So, research.
Construction complete.
9 months. I want to build some more ships. I'm a little afraid. So we'll hold that guy back. Okay, welcome to the jungle. There's lots of jungle here. So we found sentient beings on that planet. Science Officer Plume Silver suggests that these particular creatures may be suitable test beds for technologies intended and to increase
Construction complete.
procreation. So we're still doing that.
System survey complete.
Awesome. Is that kind of world? Tropical world. Now notice how this is a yellow world. So this is a world that we might be able to inhabit later, but generally we're ocean birds, pelicans, and so it's not really going to be in our best interest to colonize worlds that are off that, because our maximum happiness can be 60%, whereas these habitable worlds, our maximum happiness can be 80%. Happiness kind of affects how much goods you produce in a way. The happier your people, the better. The other option is to do slavery, and the slavery option's good. It's just a lot different ways to play. So we're peaceful, happy pelicans, and we don't really need slaves. We'll use robots, though. Robots are cool. Alright, let's look. So we got 3 months left, which means we can build one more thing. So we right click and build a mining station.
Research complete.
So pretty good start so far. Oh, here's our colony ship. So we're going to new research. Okay. Society's like one of my favorites. I think it's awesome. We're going to do growth time with gene mapping. That's going to be great. So we've got our colony ship. We're going to build it right. Oh shoot, we needed a lot more resources. Oh. I was off. All that planning?
Construction complete.
All that planning, and I'm still off. Okay, so we got 17. So, we want to be a little careful with our fleet. But essentially, we're just gonna... You know what? I kind of have a bad feeling about it. So, we're going to actually cancel this. We're gonna split the fleet. So, oh, actually, no, we're not. We're gonna merge the fleet, and we're going to create a new fleet. You right there. So we're gonna take our one ship, and we're gonna have an explorer, just in case. Sometimes they'll wormhole right into a group of baddies. So, just like before. Oh, see how that one? It looks like it's in, but if you see the little hex, it's actually outside of our bubble. But we do this. Okay. 2 more months.
System survey complete.
We can build. Oh, so now I'm not really concerned about it, so I can just right-click on the star and then hit Survey All, and it will do it all for me. Go survey. And just like that, we have enough to build our first colony ship at 345. Ooh. Okay. So that little nameplate means that we haven't met the race yet, but that's part of a civilization. So we know that there's someone off to our side. Well, we kind of figured that in this galaxy there would be someone off to our side, off here, and probably...
Situation log updated. Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh!
Research complete.
We were going on the fast level, but we did have a fight. They did warp into baddies. So we know that this sector right here, Quazam, that's a bad place. I knew something like that was going to happen. Almost finished. Okay, let's look at the research real quick. All of these are kind of gross, but I think I'm going to do AI-controlled colonies. So... yeah. Most of these... oh, so real quick, how research kind of works while we let this play out. There's cards. And basically, anytime that you research something, you get a card from the available cards. High-end techs aren't going to be available, but you're basically going to pull a card at random. And some cards are rare, some cards are garbage, some cards go to better cards. So it just kind of depends. But once you... and it's random which cards you get. And there's probably about 10 each time the deck set that you get. You'll never see the deck anyways, but this is just how I think about it. So each time that you research a tech, the game will automatically pull 3 or however many you get. Some people have bonuses that they'll get them more cards, but you'll get the 4 cards or the 3 cards normally, and it'll just pick them. And so sometimes like you might get a rare card, and it's really, really important that you get that rare card up and running and research it, even if it's out of the way or it's not what you wanted to get. It's still way better to get because you might not get it till later. So we got a little resources banking up, so we can start sending our little construction ship out again, which is great. Great. After this, we need to start building up our ships. We'll probably try to get to our fleet cap, which is 14. Probably try to get there. Be our next priority. Colonize one planet, build your ship fleet up. Okay.
System survey complete.
Okay. Science is go there. I think we know this one's safe too. Oh, the way that you can kind of tell is if you click on it and there's planets, you know that your ships have been there. It's just not explored. See the difference between the gray and the white? But like this one, we can click on because our ship got there and then it was immediately destroyed by crazy things. So, oh, our colony ship's up. So we can take a colony ship. We click on the area that we want to go. And remember, we wanted to go to the 24 planet. Let's just take a little comparison real quick. So this one has 24 slots. It's an 80% compatibility, so we know that our people maximum happiness is going to be 80. We know that some of the bonus resources are there's a +2 physics here. So when we click on it, we can see the +2 physics, but ultimately this is kind of a universal world. We can make it whatever we want. And I like the fact that it's big, so we can turn it into an energy world really, really easily, especially because it's not that great for anything else. There's some minings. Energy is really important, just period. The more energy you have, it's basically your money, your currency. So that's this world. Now we can compare it. And these red blotches are basically like things that are holding up production there. We'll unlock technology later through society research to clear these up. But now let's go look at the other one. So we can immediately see that it's a lot smaller. So there's a little bit more research coming out of it, but if we click on our planet, so ocean world, 80% habitable. Same thing, engineering +2, so this might be a planet that we do research on, but it's kind of a garbage planet too. Nothing universal. So it looks like the other one's going to be a way better place. Wet climate, both of them are wet climate. So cool. Let's go ahead and colonize. And so if you click colonize, a box will pop up and you can use your colony vessels. Now sometimes you have multiple colony vessels, so you might want to, let's say, select the ship. I use off to the side, just select it. And then I can right click on the planet and hit colonize. That's what I'm doing. So once we get this is kind of like our base of operations hub, and where we want to put this kind of matters. The resources around it will get a huge buff. So we want to stay, if we do, just going to be generic, and we're just going to go right there. Yeah, Pollux. It's a perfect name for a planet. So our colony ship is off. Now when we have a colony ship up, it costs a lot to maintain it. One of the reasons why I was a little hesitant to spend energy earlier is because I didn't want to run out of money. If we go bankrupt, our research takes a huge hit, and it's totally not worth it. So we're going to do what we're going to do, and we're going to try to survive this. But we also have resources now, so we can build some more ships. Maybe. Okay, so the hostile indigenous fleet that was there, there's 3 fleets, 210 strength, a 174 strength.
Construction complete.
Combat in this game is super easy and super simple. Strength wins. There's different weapon types. Oh, check this out. We're gonna send. Oh, I don't have enough to build. So we have a new one, scanning the star, and reveals a small object in rapid orbit. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to isolate. So this is a science pop-up, a little mission that we're going to get. It's a 20% failure chance, which means that we could lose the ship and we can lose our level 3 science guy. So we're going to hit research anyways, because we're going to take the risk, because screw 'em, I can always get more. I can always use my influence to buy more guys, but that might be something really cool for us. So our colony ship.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Okay. So it got scared. But I know. So these guys right here are stargazers, okay? So when you look at them, it's hostile fleet and it shows a bunch of different stuff, but I know these guys are basically alien vessels that kind of go from planet to planet, and they're scary, but they're not intelligent, and they're not going to fight us. Hopefully. Watch my colonist ship die. That's going to be great. Okay. Yeah, they're staying right where they need to. No, they're going away. So, oh, cool. So, our colony ship is finished. We've put our guys down, and now we have this. So they still cost a lot of money while we're colonizing the planet, but is what it is. We've gotten a report from our science officer, Plume of Silver. It seems that a container is circling the star. It should obviously not be there yet. Somehow it has managed to find its way there to close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. We're gonna...
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
Now over here we have the habitable worlds. We've already done that. So we've seen some aliens. We can click this. This will interrupt our society research, but why not? So this is the one that just procced. Ceramics. So I set it to track, and then if I go Where's that? Oh. Research. So I just right click and I click research. And I'll hit survey system afterwards. So now it's going to go back to the star and research that again. Alright, so we're going back. We're going to build some more mining colonies. I think I want the mining station. Or speed it up, just make things go faster.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Space piracy. Awesome. So our research for our labs complete. Oh, trade. One of the mods that I have does a light form of trade. So right here, this is how we were talking about cards. This one right here is super important. Robots. We wanted robots. Over here, we see that we have a trade fleet problem. So we're gonna take our fleet, or we have a hostile fleet. So we're gonna do our first turn of combat. So let's follow our guys.
Station under attack.
Alright, so I sent our fleet by left-clicking, right-clicking on the stars.
Construction complete.
So our power is 70, their power is 51. So
Special
see
project
right here,
complete.
You're going to see how simple Stellaris combat is. So, okay, so one of our science things popped up. We're going to go with
Situation
Alien
log
vessel
update encountered. Hostile fleet engaged.
just in time.
Colony established.
Okay. So our colony's up and running. We have a squad fighting, fleet fighting another fleet. And our
Station
fleet.
under attack.
Cool,
Situation
cool,
log
cool.
updated.
It was 16% health. If it would have died, we would have lost a lot of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and send our fleet back to home. We also need to build, because now we're fighting stuff, we need to build 3 more ships. They'll probably be done before that gets anywhere near finished. We're going to build 1 less. We're going to have 2 less left. And we're going to go take our construction ship, and we're going to build another mining station. That's all we do now. Alright, let's look at our situation log. Okay, so it's going well. There we go. And we're going to track on map. So, we've also got our planet up and running. So our planet, our bird person, collecting 2 food. Everything's looking great. So, it's a great place to end it. We'll see how we deal with the pirates next time. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.